I just got up and I opened my blinds to see 16 pumpkins in a row in my front yard. This was the nicest surprise ever. Hey guys, it's almost Halloween, so I'm going to show you one of my very favorite fall treats to make at home, a pumpkin chai tea latte. To start off, you will need a festive mug, also a good pumpkin chai. I highly recommend David's Tea. Their pumpkin chai has caramel bits in it, so it gives you like a really amazing cup of tea with some sweetness and some caramely undertones. I love this tea, but you can use any tea you want. I'm gonna make my tea in a steeper. You can use tea bags, you can use any loose tea you want, as long as it's pumpkin chai. You're going to do 4 times the amount that you would use normally. So if you were making just a cup of tea, you would probably do 1 tea bag, or in my case, I would use 1 perfect spoon. So I'm going to multiply that by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason we do that is because we want a really concentrated cup, because we are going to be like adding milk to it. We're going to get a really flavorful latte that way. So 4 times the amount. So for a tea bag, you would just put 4 tea bags right into your mug, or you could use a regular stainless steel infuser. You'll want to use a big one because you are using a lot of tea leaves. Once that's done, you're going to want to take hot water. Check out my spooky oven mitt, you guys. It's so themed, so festive. You're going to want to pour enough for about half a cup, since you want it super concentrated, so you don't want it to be like as much as you would use for a regular cup. You just want to pour in a little bit and let that tea steep. I like to have some sweetness in my latte, so I'm going to use agave. Agave comes from the same plant that tequila comes from, but it tastes nothing like tequila, so don't worry. That would be a really weird pumpkin tequila latte. Agave is like a low glycemic sweetener, so it's not as bad as like regular sugar. It has kind of the texture of like a honey or maple syrup, but it doesn't really have a very strong flavor. So it's excellent for tea and coffee and lattes and all kinds of things because it's not going to change the flavor. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this right into my steeper. Just a little bit. Then I like to just give it a little stir. All right, in the meantime, while that's steeping, we are going to froth up our milk. I have an espresso frother because, guys, I'm really far into my tea addiction, so I make tea lattes almost every day, so this was definitely worth the investment. If you don't have one of these, you can find like pretty cheap handheld frothers. You could just heat up your milk any way you want on the stove, in the microwave, and then stick it in your blender and just blend it till you get the amount of foam that you want. I like to use non-dairy milk, so I'm going to use unsweetened silk almond milk. And to make it a little extra special, I'm going to throw in some of this silk almond creamer. And it's vanilla too, so it's gonna add like a little bit of vanilla, make it extra special. So I'm just gonna throw my milk in there. And then at the end, do just a little splash of that vanilla creamer. All right, gonna close this up and put it on the frother. While that's going, I will steep my tea. The steeper has a pressure plate in the bottom, so all you're gonna do is set it right on top of your mug and the tea drains into your mug just on its own. It's really good for iced tea too, so someday I'll show you guys that. Now we just wait for milk to froth. Caramel and the pumpkin are so nice together. I know that Silk also makes a caramel creamer. I wanted to stick with the vanilla because it's more versatile. It goes with more different types of lattes, but this would be really good with the caramel one too. There are really so many options. Like I just got a hazelnut coconut creamer. I think it's by Silk also. And I tried that with a Forever Nuts latte. I got the Forever Nuts from David's as well. They're my very favorite tea company. Guys, I think our milk is done frothing. All right, let's check out the foam. Oh, it's good. Then I take a big old spoon and I'm gonna pour it in slowly. Pour in a little bit. Then I'm gonna mix it up because I like for my foam to taste like the tea. I don't like when it's like just the plain foam. Almond milk foam does taste pretty good, but I want the focus to be the pumpkin chai. Make sure the foam is incorporated into the tea. Just keep on stirring. Now to be extra festive, I'm going to just dust a little bit of cinnamon on top. This is just some plain old ground cinnamon. Another cute thing to do would be like to use like some sprinkles, like if you have pumpkin sprinkles or Halloween colored sprinkles, that would be like super cute. Or maple sugar would be really good on top. But I'm just gonna keep it a little bit simple but still a little cute with the good old cinnamon. Gently dust it. Don't want too much now. Alright, and that is my pumpkin chai latte. That's the way I like to make it at home. I'm gonna go drink this in my yard and see if I can solve the mystery of the 18 pumpkins. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Have a happy Halloween!